Yeah, A1 on point.
Like, all I do is drink.
Fix that shit.
I still do what I'm supposed
Still
to.
lost that nigga.
I'm supposed
Still
to.
off that gang. All I do is drink. Yeah, I still do what I'm supposed to.
Step, I got a Euro clip, I'm gang spider, nigga. That's a cut dog. A1, but I cut dog. Big dogs, pub dogs.
That's TS.
Killers and it rubbed off. No love lost. If it's fuck y'all, then it's fuck y'all. How I know we can shoot it out.
Hold
I
on.
expected that, cause when that lane changed, hit a roadblock, you see a double
That's
cross.
motherfucking
Double
TS
back
right
after
there.
the muzzle toss. My
Produced by
lifeline is
Potty
with the
Rob and the local
muscle
astronauts.
Yeah, it's looking like I'm better living. Took a lifetime to shake the struggle off. Now they ask me where you hustle from. Big race, we from a different cloth. Guaranteed that we gon' keep it scandalous. That's on everything like Pocket Record Park.
Hold up. Hold on, we going to another one. Before we bring Potty Rob motherfucking ass in, we gonna go another one. Hold on. Hold up. This is Revolt Top 10 Artists, TS, produced by the local astronauts. You're now turned into the I'm Already Drinking Radio with AKA Mr. Red Cup, though I'm drinking the green
Racks
one.
on racks.
Look.
Racks on racks. Yeah, I hit the plug and I blew racks on racks.
Hey.
Yeah, we hit the club and we do racks on racks.
Racks. Racks on racks.
Racks on racks. Yeah, I got this bitch and she do racks on racks. Fresh up off this list, I ran through racks on racks.
Yeah. Racks on racks.
Racks on racks.
Come on.
Yeah, this candy paint this bitch on wax on wax. Yeah, it's candy blue, I ran through racks on racks.
Hey. Racks on racks.
Everything I do for the looks, you did.
Yeah.
From promo to the smoke, my nigga. Yeah, that's how I go, I put the set on fire. Hanging in the trenches like the chucks on wires. Racks on racks. Off the white oak.
Look, shout out to my motherfucking Potty, my brother Potty Rob, like he in the motherfucking building. We gonna drop these motherfucking horns.
Yeah.
We gonna do some motherfucking bombs. Look.
You hear me? You hear me?
This is the first video version. I don't know where your camera is. If you could turn that shit sideways so you get a good box. I don't know. Fuck it. We living it. Look, you now tuned in to motherfucking I'm Already Drinking podcast. If you ain't got a drink in your hand, kiss my ass. Like, and oh shit, the nigga got a drink.
Life, bing bong. Life, bing bong.
He had too many shots. You want a shot? Hey, look, one of the things is I want. Let me give him a proper introduction. This is, and I might be wrong, but I might be right. If I'm right, I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm right. It don't matter. Grammy nominated. Top 10 Revolt producer. Creator of a lot of fucking records that you hear on film and TV, and the creator of a lot of people motherfucking careers, motherfucking Poly motherfucking Rob. Look, I'm gonna say platinum.
I'm not Grammy nominated yet.
Yeah, I thought well, I'm gonna tell you this. I maybe assumptions make an asshole, but platinum producer for Teach Me How to Dougie, co-platinum producer for Teach Me How to Dougie. How about that, motherfucking Poly Rob? God damn it.
Workload, I'm with it.
Matter of fact, Mr. I work with all your favorite podcasters. Mr. I fucking edited all your favorite Instagram models, chicks. Mr. I cook for all your favorite Instagram models. All them bitches you buying bottles for, I cook for them and they gave me vagina for free. Now I'm fucking with you. Nah, my motherfucking brother Poly Rob. What's happening though?
So some of that's low-key facts. What's good, man? What's going down, man? I feel great, man.
Hey, you know, I'm gonna tell you, this is my first like visual. right? And I had to do it on Zoom because nigga had COVID and all the other shit, whatever the case may be. But we will figure that shit out.
Right.
One, I just wanted to really ask you them questions, and I don't think nobody ever asked you, right? And one of the questions, first of all, Potty Rod got me on this podcast shit. We did pure ignorance. And we argued, we cried, we fought, we yelled, we sounded like little hoes, all that shit. But that's my brother from another. But I really want to ask you these questions because I don't feel nobody ever really sit there and ask you this. And the main question I want to ask you is, nigga, is you born in America or are you born in Belize? What's the answer? What the fuck is that?
No, I was definitely born. I was born in America. And you know, it's funny. So I'll just give you the whole rundown. So I was born in America. Actually, I was born in Los Angeles.
Get the fuck
out. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that. I was born in Los Angeles. I was born right off of Cadillac, Kaiser on Cadillac.
Oh, my son was born on Cadillac. Mason was born on Cadillac.
So this is around the time where, my moms and my pops are doing what they're doing. Yeah. So it's when I'm born, not too long from that, I like getting a divorce or whatnot. And then my mom moved to New York, which I went with my mom. My brother went with my mom. He's older than me. And then my sister stayed with my dad. So like the times where I got a chance to really be a kid and grow up and whatnot was in New York. You know what I'm saying? So that's why like people, they know my energy to be more New York based because that's my childhood. You know what I'm saying? And then, just across my life, I've literally been in New York, almost half the time, and then, in LA, Inglewood, the other half of the time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really bi-coastal. I really have both sides.
You there? Hold on. Technical difficulties. I don't know if it's me. I think it's me. You hear me? You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, internet was tripping. So my question is, like, what years was the initial New York years? Was that like from a baby to like 7?
Yeah, that was like up until like 10, 11. And then I ended up coming out here, going to junior high in Inglewood. And then I went to junior high. I went to high school out here. And then I went back and went to college back in New York, back in Borough Manhattan Community College.
Hey,
and then when I did that,
one of the crazy thing is people really like people that I know that know you or whatever. They don't believe you went to college. Like, I swear to God, like, because they say we ignorant, like we have fun and talk shit, whatever the case. But motherfuckers don't know that this ghetto nerd shit started a long time ago. To where
a nigga
fix your computer and beat your ass, like
100%. The funny thing about it is, it's like for me, like, on top of me being a kid, running around, having fun, loving music, like, it was one of my cousins who put me on to like learning about electronics. You know what I'm saying? I used to play video games heavy when I was a kid. And then when he showed me how to build computers and just the essence of technology, I actually stopped playing video games and I started building computers. I started putting in fans in the computer, started putting in memory. He would allow me to go with him to the electronic shows, the electronic trade shows that was every weekend in New York. You know what I mean? Where you could buy parts, and build your own stuff. You know what I'm saying? So he introduced me to that whole world, and I kind of never looked back. And then on top of me loving music, I found a way to mesh the two. I found a way to blend, doing music with technology, like actually having technology help me make music. You know what I'm saying? This is around the times where after working with like the MPC 2000 XL, and working with the Triton, in my early days where I wasn't even a producer yet. I was just playing around, just trying to learn. But then when I got into technology, I started learning about, programs. I started, learning about, Microsoft Music Maker. And then I still have like the first version of Fruity Loops ever. The first version of
I
Fruit,
think
like
we all had that.
1.1.
We
You know what
all
I'm saying? Like
downloaded that motherfucker off a LimeWire. Everybody got that
they,
motherfucker.
no, yeah. Well, they had online word too. Before that, they had it on. It was like download.net, where at this time, computers like the internet was fairly new or whatnot, and you had to download the programs that you wanted to use from like those download sites. So you would type in, go to download.net, and you would type in like music programs or productivity programs like pages and stuff like that. Well, before pages, but it was like Excel spreadsheets and stuff like that. So once I learned that there was programs to make music, man, I was on that heavy, and that kind of just spiraled into what I do now.
Say, hey, but look, one of the questions is like, I don't, like I said, I'm gonna have to ask you questions that people don't don't know because I know you. You feel me? I want to say I know you fairly fucking good. Like if I don't know
Yeah,
you,
that's
but I know you fairly good. But I know you wasn't a producer first. You was a fucking rapper.
I was a rapper first, 100%,
Cause,
100%,
'cause you
like
went to
that.
school with my cousin.
hmm I felt like when I came out here and I end up going. Well, I was a rapper like since junior high, I would say. Like I fell in love with music.
Mhm.
Just listening to the radio, listening to like Onyx, listening to Mobb Deep, Wu Tang. That was like my era. So when I came out to LA, I ended up uh they used to call me Wu Tang in school because I'm listening to Wu Tang. I got Tim's on.
That's what I was
I
about
got
to
a
ask.
big ass coat.
That's what I
It's
was
how to
about to.
fuck.
That's what I was about to ask you because what was your first rap name in L.A.? Like, and you said Wu
Yeah, they
Tang.
they 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 used to call me Wu Tang. They used to call me Wu Tang. That was my name, in school, in Croger and in Inglewood. And then it was funny because like I started to just start learning to write. Like I would write stories. I started off with writing stories and like writing poems and stuff like that. And then I started incorporating that into raps along with my one of my best friends at the time, Dottie Springs. You know what I'm saying? And we started a rap group. You know what I'm saying? Paladoni. We started a rap group, and we was just kicking rhymes and doing what we doing. And it's funny because where Inglewood High was, when we got to high school, where Inglewood High was, my house was like my house was literally across the street. Like literally, I could walk out one of the gates and go directly across the street. And I had a studio in my house, just piecing together between an HP PC. I had a big ass 48 track mixing board that one of my colleagues gave me because he was in the music business. Big ass speakers, CD player, like, keyboards. Like I learned how to piece together my studio in my house. And my dad was wild. He was always like, "What are you doing?" But he let me do what I do. You know what I'm saying? And so at school we used to make songs, we used to rhyme, be in ciphers and just do what we do. You know what I'm saying? I battle a couple people, just I'm always trying to sharpen my pen. Always trying to sharpen my pen. And then we started to develop a crew. After high school, I ended up leaving. I parted ways, from my friends out here in LA, and I went to go to college. I went to Birmingham Community College back in New York. And when I was finished with that, I was working a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I went to school for computer science, and I also went to culinary school at the same time. So I'm learning how to cook, and I'm doing my tech shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then, after like a year and a half or whatnot, World Trade happened. You know what I'm saying? The World Trade Center went down. And then after that, probably like about a half a year after that, I relocated my mom's back out to LA, and
Wait,
she reunited with my dad. So I came back to LA.
one second. So you said So you was in New York when the World Trades happened? So, like, where was you at? Like, give me some descriptions about where was you at and how was you? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I'm gonna tell you, like, I was here. I was going to I was in middle school when the World Trades happened. I was at Vanguard middle school, and my sister's dad called my mom, was like, "Don't send them kids to school." And the nigga didn't like me like that though. But regardless, he was like, "Don't send them to school." So I'm like going to school like it was nothing, and we seeing it, the teachers putting on a thing, but we in LA, we really didn't have that
It was
impact.
scary.
You know what I'm saying?
It was
Like we didn't have
scary.
that. And I think that was one of the moments where, keep it real with you, if it wasn't for the World Trade, nigga, the fucking East Coast West Coast beef wouldn't have stopped. That shit still would have been low key, still popping. Like
Right. Facts.
key,
Facts.
like,
Facts.
and I don't
Man,
mean that in no
it's funny because it
disrespectful
was,
way.
man, like it was really scary. Like I was in the midst of all of it. Like, every year on 9/11, I post this post where I tell my story of actually what happened, you know, to me and my family in the 9/11 tragedy. And I post it every year because I want people to understand, like, no matter what conspiracy theory that you might think of, it was a real thing and it was scary. So for me, when at that time, I was working for a company called RGIS Inventory, right? So it's the inventory company that pretty much, when it's time to count pieces and do an inventory of things that's in a store and calculate, how much product you have in a store. Usually, major companies do that. The Rite Aids, grocery stores, makeup stores, like clothing stores, like they call these inventory companies because they want to make sure that they could get their products and inventory all squared away. They don't want to have pieces that they can't find, and it's like, we can't account for that.
Yeah.
So I work for that company. And how that company is structured is you got different people in different boroughs that'll go service a particular store at a particular time. So my schedule was random. It's like you might see me go to and do Rite Aid from like 2 p.m. to like 9 p.m. And then you'll turn around the next day and you'll get up at like 6 a.m. To go do like a Conway, which is like a discount store out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a random schedule. So between going to school and doing that, they just kind of worked around my schedule. So long story short, the day before World Trade, no matter of fact, 2 days before World Trade, we ended up getting a job at Sephora. Now, Sephora, if nobody knows what Sephora
That's
is,
makeup store,
Sephora.
Right? Oh shit! I think I did. I don't know.
It's the makeup store. It's a lot of pieces. You might have like a one four corner little cubicle, but it's like 2,000-3,000 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So it take a long time to get this store done. You know what I mean? You got mascaras there. You got like 10,000 mascaras and all type of shit. And we got to literally scan each piece to take the inventory.
Damn.
So it was like a 2-3 day job. So we started like two days before. I ended up working like 12 hours, and then I went home and I came back and I worked like another like 8 hours, right? So this is the day, it ended up being the day before World Trade. Now, in some cases, when you got another job, let's say you got a job in, Brooklyn, right? And then you got another job in the Bronx, which that's how it kind of happened in a lot of cases. So they would let you sleep in Manhattan on 32nd Street, which is the building of where the company lies. So they'll let you go there, sleep a couple hours, and then, instead of you going all the way back home, you can sleep there and then head on to your next destination. They let you do that every now. So for me, it was like I gotta go to Long Island to do another job in the next 12 hours. So instead of me going back home to Brooklyn, the Sephora was in World Trade, was in the World Trade Center, the World Trade Mall. So I finished the second shift.
Hold on. Fuck all that.
I was
You was
there
in the World Trade Center the day before?
I was in the World Trade Center the day before. Listen, in the World Trade Mall there was a Sephora. If you're from New York, you know that. So I literally my shift started midday, like around 4 or 5. I didn't leave until like 2, 3 o'clock. I left 2 o'clock. So instead of me going back to Brooklyn, I ended up going to 32nd Street to RGIS Inventory, the headquarters, and I slept there with a couple other people because I had to go to Long Island around like 10 o'clock. So I lay down, I go to sleep, wake up, we wake up like around like 6 or 7 or something, getting breakfast or whatnot. And then, you know, this is around the time when my mom is getting up to go to work. Now, my mom, she worked in World Trade 7. If anybody know what World Trade 7 is, there's the 2 big towers, and then there's the second tallest building right next to it. It's World Trade 7. She worked for a company, Cohan and Goldstick, which is the law firm. Mm-hmm. So her job is 8 o'clock every day. So where we at in Brooklyn, where we live, and I know it's a long story, but I'm gonna try to be quick. Where we live, she takes the J, the M, and the Z train. The J and the M is every stop. The Z train is the express train. So she usually takes the express train from Lewis Ave, where we was at, our stop, all the way down to the World Trade. It's probably like 2 stops in between, and then it's like the World Trade Center. It stopped at the World Trade Center. The J and the M is like 12. It's like 12.
And that's because New York niggas don't know how to drive. I mean, not know how to drive, but you don't need.
We don't drive. We don't drive. Ain't no bus. Ain't none of that. Right.
Don't drive. Like.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So whereas if she take the J and the M, it's going to take her about an hour or whatever to get there. If she take the Z, it's going to take her like 20, 25 minutes to get there.
Yeah.
So when she and I didn't know this at the time. I'll tell you about my story in a second. So matter of fact, I'll tell you about mine first. So after I get breakfast or whatever, they got a collect call. They got to collect the collect call phone. You know that at this time you can call collect at certain company phones because you don't want to call collect on your phone.
10-220.
That's what I'm saying.
That was
boom.
10,
I'm out there by myself. My brother is in LA, you know what I'm saying, and my sister is in LA.
Yeah.
I'm the only one going to college out there in New York. So I call my brothers, call my sister. I'm checking up on them. Boom, boom, boom. Get off the phone with them. All of a sudden, a couple minutes later, I hear a loud ass boom, boom. We look out the window because the building is tall, and we see the plane. The plane is already to the, and it's crazy, nigga. We like, what the fuck? So I try to call my mom. She's not answering. I'm already knowing this is work time. This is around like 8 o'clock, close, at 8:30 or so. This is when the towers hit. When the plane hit. So then the second one, boom. I'm like, what the fuck? So I try to call my dad, collect and whatnot, couldn't get through. So now I'm panicking. So I run downstairs from 32nd Street. I try to run all the way down to the World Trade. That's like, it's like on like 13th or 12th to 14th Street. So I'm trying to run down, but it's so much debris. The debris is coming all the way down. Like I try to run as fast as I can. I'm crying, I'm running, and I see all the debris. I see people crying. I see, I'm trying to help people and whatnot. And nigga, the streets blocked off. It's debris. It's like towers that went down. So in my brain, this is when subways shut down, everything shut down. You know what I'm saying? Buses shut down. So we stranded for a couple hours. So in my brain, I'm like, my mom is dead. My mom is dead. Like, how am I going to explain to my brother or my sister or my dad that my mama's dead?
And you know what? I'm going to cut you off for a second. That's crazy because, like, I'm not gonna lie. The reason I had to cut you off at this point because me and Daniel just had a conversation about COVID because we got COVID at the same time, right? And then I don't know if it's okay if I say this. Is it cool? Bro was like, when he got COVID, his mom and sister got COVID, right? So
Yeah,
bro
yeah.
was calling and he was panicking, like, hey, you can't control it. And the worst thing is to explain, like, the worst thing is mental. That's the
Dude,
first thing that goes.
dude.
So when you saying
I've
this, I'm
never been.
thinking, when you saying this, I'm thinking
Yeah,
like mentally, what the fuck? I couldn't, me
yeah.
personally, I couldn't explain that. Like, I would be fucked up.
And the worst part about it was like this is all the debris happening. I'm waiting hours. I can't do nothing. Like there's
Mhm.
no trains, there's no busing. I literally had to walk. Like everybody had to walk across their bridges to get home. They had to walk home. So I ended up having to walk all the way down to the Williamsburg Bridge and walk home. It took me to probably like 9 o'clock to get home. So I'm walking. I'm like, what's going on? So when I get home, I just walk in my mom's room like blindly and just lay down on the couch. I mean, lay down on our bed, and I just start. I'm like, I lost it. And then all I heard was her voice, and I turned around and she was right there. And I
Yeah.
couldn't like it's God, homie. And she told me she was like, I just missed the Z train by like 2 minutes. I was walking up, putting my tokens in, and by the time I got up to the top of the stairs of the subway, the train just pulled off. She was
Mm.
like, if I would have made that, if I'd have got on that Z train, I would not be here. That was the last day my mom ever went to go to work ever in life. She never worked after that a day in her life. We made sure she was good. And that's what made us relocate back to out here in LA. And she reunited with my dad for some years and got remarried. You know what I mean?
Hey, you know what? I'm not even gonna lie to you. I've been on you this long, and I didn't know you was like. I know you moved after Katrina, after not Katrina, after the
Mhm.
World Trade. I didn't
Yeah.
know that you was that close to the World Trade, like dead ass.
Huh?
Like, I mean, cause real talk, nigga, the fucking government should give you motherfucking life insurance for the rest of your life and all that other shit just because of trauma.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The trauma's real. Like even still, like I call my mom every year. She's much better now. She's great now. But
Mhm.
the first couple of years, it's too much. It's too much. And you talking about somebody who work hard. Like she worked. I got working from her and my dad. Like she worked hard. So it's like for her to feel so vulnerable like that was a lot. So long story short, this was my fuel for me going for music full time
Mhm.
because like even now today, and it's funny that I say it, and I mean to sound crazy, but I'm not supposed to be here, dog. This conversation is not supposed to happen. I'm not supposed to be here. You feel what I'm saying? If the world would go how the world would go, so I really feel like I'm blessed by God and I'm here for a purpose,
Mhm.
and I can't not do my purpose. I can't not do it. I gotta get to my purpose.
I'm
You know what I'm
I'm
saying? So
I'm gonna tell you
yeah,
that statement that you're not supposed to be here. When I was younger, I felt the same way about certain shit. Like, I mean, I could count as many times. I could count like how many times I've been shot at. I could count as many times I've been in some
right,
bullshit. I could count how many times I was like,
yeah,
"Fuck it, take me." Like, goddamn, like. But that's a strong statement, and then to see where you came from that is tremendous. Like, I'm gonna tell you something, right? Because I want to speed it up just a little bit. I don't want to like diminish
yeah,
nothing that we talk about because that was epic. Like, people around you don't even really know that you was down. You was there when the debris was hitting and shit like that. We just seen this shit on TV.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but one of the things I want to ask you was like, uh, I remember the first time I ever seen you in life. Right,
Mhm.
mind you, you went to school with my cousin. You know my cousin. Uh,
Right,
you know, whatever. But I remember the first time I ever seen you in life, right?
Right.
Personally.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what that situation was?
Was I think it was a video shoot, wasn't it?
Nope. It was that
I'm,
world.
I'm, I'm, I'm.
It was that World on Wheels at
Oh, okay. Okay, I
the
remember now.
what's the hip hop summit shit? The
Mm-hmm.
record pool shit.
Record pool, the
This is
record
the
pool.
first thing.
Yep, it was the record
Look,
pool. Right.
I'm telling you, I Googled the first thing I ever like. I end up at the record pool. Me and my brother up. We Googled certain shit that was going on, and we found out Tupac went to a record pool, so we followed Tupac path.
Mm-hmm.
And dead ass, like this nigga was there. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga? Like, who this nigga? Like, nigga, the fuck? And me up talking. That was Ring Rich. The nigga was from Pushers at that time.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was
yeah.
there with the
Mm-hmm.
Vixens and shit, and we was there. And I seen them niggas perform. Like I done heard them songs before. And this nigga Rob got to the mic and was like, "See you, I'm gonna do a song with you." It was this African nigga with a motherfucking black on black jean suit with some high boots type shit, aka the nigga you was in the studio with last night. That nigga was
Yeah, the facts.
that nigga was there, and I'm like, and bro, I'm like, bro, look, let's do this record and then we can get the fuck up out of here. He was like, bro, you missing it. That's the nigga. I'm like, who? The nigga in the shorts? He said, that's the nigga. Nigga didn't come to find out. Um, I hit Big Y up on Instagram because he posted a post. Like,
Right.
um, anybody wants some beats or whatever the case or whatever. So we was just looking for an end. We was just
Mm-hmm.
looking for an end. At this point, we didn't have an end. It was just me and Up at this point. So we looking for an end, and um, we find it. We Big Y hit, and we chimed in. We in the studio talking to Big Y about business and shit. This motherfucker Polly Rod walked by. I'm like, who the fuck is this? And Seth's like, that's that not coach. That was that nigga. I'm like, that is that nigga. That nigga still in some shorts. What the fuck? Who the fuck do business in shorts?
Right. You know, it's funny that you say that because that was the time where it's like that's when I was I was pretty much premiering records. That I was in my music management mode, like really curating artists and just setting them up and whatnot. And even before we did Cali Swag, there were certain artists that I would come and premiere their records, like I did it with Miku. You know what I'm saying? I would premiere their records to get feedback from it and just learn how bring that energy to get people to support the records. You know what I'm saying? And that was some good homework, for me because I learned a lot from that process, but I also got a chance to meet some of the people who literally changed my life, like Foot, from Impact Record Pool. That's where I met Big B. That's where I met DJ Will. That's where I met Mustard.
Hey,
Officially, that's where I
hey,
met
but
Mustard.
I'm
That's
gonna
where I
tell you
met
this.
DJ T.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I think today, I believe today is a Big B birthday, and I just want to say, give it
Oh my God, man,
the
it's my
recipe to
guy.
Big B. Hey,
You
if
already
you niggas
know.
don't know
Rest
Big
is Big
B,
B.
if you don't know Big B, nigga, the Beat Byron, aka the Bully, aka
The bully.
the nigga that terrorized niggas that I met at grown ass man. They still scared of the nigga. Like, man,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I missed them texts. I missed them calls. I missed the nigga like,
Man, I swear. Li- Listen, let me say this because I definitely want to say this because he low key like at a point in my life where I was really trying to figure my shit out. I was really trying to stand on my own and do my thing. Yo, he called me one day. He called me. I swear to God, he called me at 6 in the morning. B. He called me at 6 in the morning. He like, yo, Rob. So I'm like, what's up? You good? He like, yeah, I'm good. He like, look. He like, man, whatever you doing, he like, I know that management shit is cool. You managing artists and all that. He like, nah, man. He like, dude, whatever you gonna do, whether it's beats, whether it's songwriting, whatever you finna do, you gotta go do it. He was like, you gotta go do. He was like, nah. He was like, all this. He was like, no disrespect to nobody. He was like, but fuck everybody. Go do what you do. Cause you got something to offer. You got to do what you do. He was like, I'm gonna let you go back to sleep, my G. But when you wake up, just know the ball is in your court. Do whatever you feel like you want to do to move forward. And that shit changed my life. Him and D Train said that around the same time, like close to my birthday, and it changed my perspective on
Hold
me
on.
just doing my shit.
We got to give a perspective. Like, if most people don't know Biggie, right? And if you go look at a
Mhm.
interview with YG and the homie from Brenton or something like that, British, he British dude with a hat.
Mhm.
Um, you could see it. And that could be the evidence to back it up. But
Mhm.
theoretically, uh, if you don't know Big B, you know that if you don't know Big B, then you don't know YG, you don't know Mustard, you know Ty Dolla Sign,
Todd, right?
TC,
Whole
you know,
Pusha Inc.
the whole
Rod.
pushing Rod. He started that. Like he pushed
Right.
that. He built that. And um even Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco. Like
Mm-hmm.
one thing about Big B, I miss the nigga. I miss the nigga for sure. Like, he used to get on my nerves
Yeah,
sometimes.
man.
He used to piss me. That nigga they used to call me and say, Dama, you weak as fuck, but you can be better if you say this. I'm like, nigga,
Mm, right.
like dead ass. So, but
He was gonna always be 100% honest. It don't matter what. He don't give a two
he
shits.
wasn't giving
He
two
gonna be
fucks.
100% honest.
He wasn't giving a fuck about nothing. But I'm gonna tell you like this, like bro, but the one thing, bro, used to always say, bro, they sleeping on me. And I remember talking to Hustle Man saying, like, nigga, that nigga said the same shit to me all the time. Like, he used to call me out the blue and say, they sleeping
Mm-hmm.
on me. But I want to give him his credit. I want to give him his flowers. Um, because that record pool that we talking about, you said you met him that day.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first time I met you. I didn't meet you, I seen you. You know what I mean? Because I didn't meet you until we got to the studio.
Right.
But I want to jump. I want to jump a little bit. I'm jumping around and everything. I'm drinking and jumping. I'm drinking and jumping. Um,
Drinking and jumping. Hold on. But speaking of that, let me go. Let me grab what I'm finna drink for the rest of. Matter of fact, this is what I'm on right now.
what's you on? What's you on?
I'm on. Sorry about that, y'all. This is what I pour. This is what I pour my Jameson in from now on.
Oh, this nigga trying to make Jameson look cute.
Come on, man. Jameson and that lemonade with a little mint. You know what I'm saying? I call it uh, Jameson side nigga. Like Hennessy sidecar, Jameson side nigga. Let's go.
The Jameson side nigga. You know what? That should have been my drink back in the days. I ain't. I'm gonna
Let's
do the
go.
tequila main nigga. um, so we're gonna jump a little bit, right? So it was this
Uh-huh.
really popping song, and I swear to God, I thought it run the Grammy. I don't really know. It was this really popping song that happened, and you was one of the head honchos. You was one of the people right there in
Facts.
the mix, and it's the teach me how to Dougie, teach me how to Dougie.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you was there. What was your part in that record?
Yeah, so I want to make sure I get things 100% clear because I did not produce Teach Me How to Date.
Okay.
What I did was I recorded the record, I mixed the record, I mastered the record,
Mm.
and there's a small level of co-production in terms of organizing who went first and who went second and third and things like that, and just kind of, but I would still place that in the form of engineering. So my credits, when you look at the credits on Teach Me How to Dougie, you see my name as the engineer, as the person who mixed and mastered the record. So that's where my, you know, my work came. And on top of that, of course, working the record, like, helping them get it on radio, helping build the marketing strategy. Like when we was using Twitter and we was filming a bunch of shit and using YouTube to further promote the group. Like those elements, those things, I was the mechanics of the record. So Big Y was the brainchild, Wacko was the financials, and I was the mechanics. Like when it came to actually doing something that came at the hands of me. The person who produced the record, her name is Star West. That's one of my good homegirls. Star West produced the record, and then I have to give a notable mention to my boy Cellini, because Cellini co-produced the record as well. He's the one who made the bass tom that's so famous on that song. So that tom that also hit as a bass, he made that from scratch on Reasons the day before they did the record. So I want to be clear. You know what I'm saying? Together, we made it happen. Big Y was the visionary. The boys did their thing. I love them. And we made history, man. We still making history because the shit is on TikTok on wild right now.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you, like, I remember meeting the boys, all of them, all four, right? Before I met them. I met them in real time, right?
Right.
My cousins had a tattoo party and they pulled up. I forgot the old girl that brought her, but she was in the studio. I remember her too. She was around all the time, and I was getting a tattoo. I was getting a cover up, and they was there. And I'm looking, and I'm not gonna lie, a young nigga. I don't like these niggas that be saying like, "Oh, I'm from this and that." Yeah, nigga, I ain't gonna lie. When I see motherfuckers that's popping or whatever, I get a little starstruck every time. But I snap out of it once the conversation happens.
Right.
And I'm looking, I'm like, all right, that's the niggas. And I remember my 21st birthday. I'm at the Savoy. The Savoy. I asked them niggas, I said, hey, it's my birthday, it's reggae night. I need you to play Teach Me How to Dougie. My birthday was on reggae night. I said, y'all need y'all to teach me how to fucking Dougie. They played Teach Me How to Dougie on reggae night. I still got the video to this day. And when I seen them in there, I'm like, all right, for sure. Long story short, when I met them, I'm like, these niggas, I love the niggas to death though. I really do. But I'm like, oh, these niggas. But nah, they literally stars to me, right? Even to this day. When I talk to Smooth and talk to Young, to this day, they literally stars. And I appreciate everything that they did for the culture. But when I walked in there and I remember walking in the studio for the first time. And I seen Mr. Smith. Shout out to Mr. Smith.
Shout out to Mr. Smith, my guy.
I seen him in one studio, and I'll come in the studio with Wine. We talking, and then I see Young and I see Smooth, and you like, oh shit, I'm in the presence of greatness. And then like this is before, like I knew like that, no, like this, give it up. I knew that, give it up, slide. But when bro,
shout out to Big Y, shout out to Sugar Booger.
On the way to the studio, bro put on the fucking Young Soldier, the Soldiers album. I'm like, how the fuck do you have CDs? Nigga, who the fuck keep up with CDs?
Right.
And we listened to that there, and I'm like, this is who we about to go see. I just thought these niggas had one song. I swear to God, I didn't know. And
hey, you know what's crazy? Like just to get on the Teach Me How to Dougie tip really quick, like none of the DJs liked that record when it first came out.
None of them. I didn't like the record. I was a hater. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was a hater. I didn't like
it. Right. Because they was like, it was either too kiddie it didn't fit with what they was mixing in the mix, and they didn't like that record. But Teach Me How to Dougie was a perfect example of pushing through, like pushing your record through, because we went hard. We was giving CDs out to everybody, telling everybody to tweet it, performing the record as much as we could. Like, we didn't give a shit. We was going up. Like, we didn't let nobody tell us that the record was weak, we shouldn't promote it. We kept going. It's like, okay, if it's weak, then you're gonna get enough of this weak shit then. Like, we gonna go in. We gonna and we're independent. So it's like we go slam it down your throat the best way we know how. And then the thing about it is the kids, they was all having fun. The key to it was when you hear that record, you resonate that record with having fun. That's why it did what it did, because it was our resilience. At any given day, let's be clear, at any given day, we could have said, you know what, we're going to stop promoting the record. We're going to start something else. And we did not. We kept that shit rocking. And then when we heard it on Power 106, shout out to DJ Charisma, it went the fuck up. As a matter of fact, DJ Charisma, DJ John, and the Impact Record Pool, they were the ones who supported the record. Regardless of what they felt about it, they supported the record, and it made it do what it do. And we're definitely going to talk about how Teach Me How to Dougie, You a Jerk, Tooted and Booted. These are records that rejuvenated LA radio for West Coast artists to get on LA radio.
Hold on.
Come on, man. Let's talk that shit.
These are the records that LA is missing right now, because that was the sound that we got after gangster rap. And right now, we right here doing the Chicago shit. I'm not gonna lie to you, I love the Chicago niggas and I love the drill music and shit. But as of right now, that was the last sound that we had. We don't have a sound anymore. Yeah. Our last sound was the jerk and ratchet shit. We started that ratchet shit.
Right.
You feel me?
Facts.
And I wanted to speed it up. Like I said, I'm jumping, but I wanted to speed it up. I wanted to get that clarification and shit like that. But with you, my brother, like, I swear to God, I can say that I'm 100% proud of you. Like,
I appreciate you.
As far as producing, I remember, like I said, I can go back to my memories of us recording songs without plugins, to the fact that bro plugins, bro making beats. Like, bro was really making beats off of Reasons, which I don't understand how the fuck he understood that program. You Fruity Loop niggas, like, Fruity Loops is like the like the ground.
Fruity Loops is king now. Fruity Loops is king right now.
It's the king now, but
Reasons is still beautiful.
If you understood Reasons, nigga, if you understood Reasons, then Fruity Loops is like, damn, nigga, all I do is put cream cheese on a bagel. That's what it was.
That's it. And it's funny. I was talking to GX yesterday about this. Reasons is as far as the design, it's an exact replica of when you went in the studio back in the days. Like, there's the console with all the racks open, and all you got to do is add your modules to the rack, and then you flip it to the back and run the wires the way you're supposed to. Like, it's built like a studio that you would go in back in the day.
Fucking thing,
like, right?
Like,
which is genius, because if you ever go ahead,
I never could. I'm a simple nigga. You feel me? Simple nigga that say 1 + 1 = 2. Like, nigga, I don't want 1 + X = 7. I don't want that.
Right.
So my simple ass is looking at this shit like, nigga, you gotta turn her back to the back of the motherfucker, and then it's fucking holes. You gotta drag a fucking cord. Why the fuck I gotta drag a cord? Just push a button. Like,
but if you're somebody who comes from that era, of putting together the studio, like spending an hour or 2 hours
Facts.
to plug in and put the studio together before the artists get there. You know what I'm saying? Then you understand that language off top, and that's why I love Reasons. Like right now, when I produce, I use Native Instruments Machine, but I just recently got Reasons 12 because now Reasons 12 operates as like a VST and an AU instrument, so I can literally get the sounds from Reasons and put it in Native Instruments. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm scared right now because I already know once I start doing that, days gonna go by and I'm not gonna get nothing else done with beats. It's gonna be so fire.
So you telling me, you telling me you cheating on top of the cheating? Like everybody went to Fruity Loops and your ass is hopping back to Reasons. Like you were saying, like bitch can't cut you. Dun 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 dun. Dun. Like
I'm still using Native Instruments, but I get to use the sounds from Reasons. Oh my god, that's all I wanted. That's all I've been wanting this whole time. But that's some whole nerd. That's nerd thugging right there. That's nerd thing.
that's nerd thugging. Like nerd thugging like a motherfucker. T-shirts coming out soon. Look, but red cup shirts you can get these motherfuckers.
Yeah,
you can't because nigga, you know these motherfuckers exclusive. You can get Rod got one coming soon.
you already know. And shout out to you, you know what I'm saying, for that cricket for my birthday. I appreciate you, King.
Hey, you know,
I'm really learning that. I appreciate you for real.
look, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. This is a year of appreciation.
Yes, sir.
I'm only drinking podcast. The title came from me having a conversation with this nut, and we sitting up here, and it came out to like, nigga, I'm already drinking. Like, but it's
I'm
the truth.
already drinking.
You're already drinking, and you know, I'm a fast forward it for another 5 minutes, and we're gonna fast forward it to the point where it's like you got your own studio. You rent out studio time. You
Right, facts.
also produce for people. You produce for TV and film. You also have a space where people can rent without an engineer, and you monitor that at all times.
Facts.
You started a whole new business. You and Badru started a business called Local
Shout out to
Astronauts.
Badru.
Shout out to
Yep.
Badru. Producing projects, dealing with artists, dealing with my dumb ass. Like I got an album out on Local Astronauts called 12:30 a.m.
12:30 a.m. Let's go. Go
which
stream that.
which 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 we about to revamp and do that again. And the check coming, I'm about to put a fucking bag on there because we got to do that again because I wasn't in the mental space, but
Go. Go.
um, I'm just proud, bro. Like all your accomplishments from 319, and I'm gonna tell any LA artist. If you ain't stepped in the 319 doors, I said this before on Born Leaders podcast. If you ain't stepped in 319 doors and ain't worked with anybody out of 319, you ain't been a part of the LA culture.
Facts.
That's from Kendricks to the game
To AD, to Genesis, to Joe Moses,
you name them. They
YG, the
all of them.
boys, the CSD boys, all of them, RJ. You know, it's funny because I was talking to RJ not so long ago, and he was just saying, he was like, man, y'all niggas ran that whole studio like it was a trap. Niggas was doing records constantly. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, every now and then we need those type of spaces to just get it in, just release, just go, release. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Every now and then we need that.
You know, one thing about that is I'm not gonna lie, bro. When I was going back to the studio back to back, I was working a full-time job, taking care of my kids, and going to the studio. I remember the YG session. The YG session, nigga, I had to take fucking 3 4 hour energy, 5 hour energy drinks, not only to get there, but then to go back to work the same fucking night and finish the shit.
Right.
And
right.
But you had to go through them doors. And for you not only to go to the doors, but help create the doors to turn around and create your own entity and run it fluently. TS is on Revolt.
It's TF. It's TF.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. TF is on,
You
bro.
nigga, I'm
No,
drunk.
it's all up.
TF is
Right.
on.
We both drinking.
I've been drinking. I've been drinking for a long time. Look, I'm already drinking. Look, and it's supposed to be a red cup, but all I had is green. Green for the money. The red and black for I will stump your ass the fuck out. No.
Facts.
But TF it's a top 10 artist on Revolt. And I seen it. I'm like, bro, like really doing like to the point where you're not only working with the nigga favorite battle rappers, Surf,
Right.
what's the nigga that be drinking every time he be rapping? I forgot the nigga name.
Goods. My guy Goods.
Good.
I gotta hit Goods, man. That's my guy.
Good. Hey, you know that nigga battle rap like a light skinned nigga. That nigga be drinking and doing like, you know what?
Hey, listen, his poise is remarkable. Like the nigga could just say something and pause, and everybody will be quiet and waiting for him to talk. Like the nigga poise is immaculate, man. He a legend, man. Shout out to Goods. Shout out to T Top. Shout out to Arsenal. It's my guys, man.
And look, and I'm watching this, and I'm like, all right. And then on top of that, from having you like one of the only producers in this motherfucking city, they got records from Bad Luck. You like
facts.
Like you like people underestimate Polly Rob, and you know that's gonna be a t-shirt that we put out because I want one. But people underestimate Polly Rob, but Polly Rob literally low key is the general of this motherfucker, right? And that's me giving you your flowers, bro. Like you literally in general, you started a whole bunch of these Instagram models. This nigga started Uber Eats before Uber Eats even had a fucking trademark. Like, let me tell you this. Like, you niggas out here playing. I am dead ass. I seen this nigga pay the Uber driver another $5 on top of the drop a fucking plate of fucking enchiladas off to a destination. And it gets there and everything is straight. This nigga created Uber Eats. This nigga, oh my God, nigga, I wouldn't book a morning session. Nigga, I'm not booking a morning session if it's Rob ain't in it because we gonna get steak, eggs, and cheese and some more shit with the motherfucker and we gonna be popping. Polly Rob is the epitome of the best producer that you want to work with when it comes down to creating an album because he's going to create your sound. Polly Rob is going to not only create your sound, but he's going to help create the time of your fucking life. And I can vouch.
I appreciate it.
The time of your life. That. When I say you sit there, not only eat, laugh, bullshit, have fun, be serious, cry, create some shit that you would never fucking even think it'd be a fucking wild ass sound like
bing bang.
He had too many shots. You want a shot?
And nigga make a whole beat out of that motherfucker. Like, and
right.
It's just phenomenal. And I really want to give you your flowers, bro. On
Thank
that.
you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
But back to some bullshit. Hey, nigga, hold on, nigga. How much ass you ate in 2022? I just want to ask you that motherfucking question. God damn. I know you've been eating ass like a motherfucker.
Let me say that. Let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is a crucial statement, so everybody listen up.
Mm-hmm.
As you move up in age, I know a lot of people be trying to preserve what they own, and I respect it. But if you get, let's say you get 50, 60 years old, you're gonna want to tell those stories of the type of sexual antics you've been doing, the type of trips you've been taking, the type of mistakes you've been making. Like the best part about being old and being retired is telling the stories. I'm saying that to say this. If you're not creating them stories right now, you're doing yourself a disservice for the remainder of your life.
That nigga too nice. You niggas is stupid. I ain't gonna lie to you. You niggas
Make the
dumb.
Yeah, man. Make these stories, man. Listen. That's gonna be my new shirt. Make stories.
And make it last forever.
Make it last forever. Come on, man. If you feel like you in your best shape and you working out and do your thing, then go up with the sex antics. Go up, level up. Do it all the way to the way, even if it's one girl or it's 1,000, it don't matter. Same thing for the women. If it's just one guy or it's a couple, do your thing so you can tell your stories in the end. In my opinion.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you another one because we're gonna go. Like I said, we bouncing and we drinking and we bouncing and drinking and shit. And I don't know.
We already drinking. Let's get it.
Always drinking. It's Black History Month, right?
Facts.
And I don't want to hear about no slave shit. I don't want to hear about no massa, none of that shit. I don't want to hear. I want to hear about who's your favorite musician, like musician, like that's stupid. But musician, who's your favorite musician? Who's your favorite person to create a sound or invention that's African? No, fuck all that. Fuck that. Before we go to that, I'm gonna tell you, fuck that, because I'm not doing this African American shit. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Look, I'm stealing this from Noriega, not Capone, but Noriega, and I'm stealing this from Drink Champs. But nigga, on some real shit, nigga, I'm hip hop American, and you niggas, if you niggas ain't,
that's a fact.
If you niggas ain't with this culture, you niggas can kiss my ass and suck dick. But nigga,
that's a fact, nigga. Hey, we grew up off of hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. Hip hop American. That's a fact.
I'm not African. I'm not African. I'm not black. Black is the color. You feel me? End of the day, everybody's brown, different shades of brown. Nigga, I'm hip hop American. If you want to call me anything, Latino, Hispanic, I get it. Latino, Latin culture, Hispanic culture, shit like that. I get it. Asian, motherfuckers from Asia. But nigga, I am hip hop American. I've never been to Africa. I'm not African. I am hip hop. Period.
This is one thing that I would want to do, and I probably got to set it up. But I want to do this for Black History Month, right?
Yeah.
Because you know we spend money like crazy, right? Everybody spend money. That's all we do is spend money, right?
Yeah.
This is what I want to do. Let's say I take $20, right?
Okay.
I take $20 per day in February for Black History Month. Okay. $10 or $20. 30 days, $10 or $300. $20 is $600, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's me and it's 10 other people, right?
Okay.
We all spend $20, right? A day. Now we take that $20, we decide to go to a spot. Let's say hypothetically, we're like, oh, we're finna pull up on Taco Bell today.
Okay.
Me and 10 other people finna pull up to Taco Bell and spend $20. All of us right now.
Okay.
And buy whatever we gonna buy. That's our Black History Month we gave to you. And then the next day we go somewhere else. Let's say we go to the district. We go to the district and we all spend $20 a day. You know what I'm saying? For that day, everybody spent $20 on buying something. Boom, we took care of that. Then the next day, we go do it again. All Black businesses. We pulling up 10, 11 deep, and we all spending dub. Now, of course, it's not a bunch of money, but the fact that we coming together and we all sitting down eating or sitting down and enjoying whatever we bought together lets them know, like, nah, we coming to support y'all. So y'all should do the same. I would say, like, when we get the food, we sit down and eat. Like, if it's Taco Bell, we're gonna sit outside of Taco Bell and we're gonna all eat and shoot the shit. And we're gonna take a photo of us shooting the shit and eating, and we're gonna post it. This is where we was one day. This is where we was another day. This is where we was another day. So even after Black History Month, people were like, yo, let's all come together. Let's all go to this one spot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Doolins. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to let's go to whatever Melody Bar if it's Black owned. Let's go. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I would want to do. I would want to just go with my peoples and just go all different places, Black owned, and just go up.
And you know what? I agree with that. Like, I'm gonna like Taco Bell, like, love bro to death. Like,
right.
Mike D, DJT, love them, love the district.
Love my guy.
Paradise, shout out to Bam, love Bam to death. Like, all these niggas, all flavor no grease. Like, love the nigga. Like, shit, nigga, she called nigga, that nigga name is Juicy. Fuck all that, nigga. I love. That nigga name is Juicy. Like, fuck all that, and nigga no. But end of the day, like, I just want Black History Month to change a little bit, right?
Right.
And the reason why I wanted to change a little bit because Black trauma is there. It's always there. It's
heavy.
It's heavy all every day. You know what I want? I want them to tell Black success stories. I want them to really, instead of talking about how, because you know the white people, they went over there and said, "Oh, your homeboy sold y'all to us." So you know,
right.
No, y'all trying to change the narrative with certain shit and whatever the case. Which we know we got some fuck niggas in our culture. Everybody got fuck people in their culture, but theoretically, like, let's be real. I want to salute the niggas that figured it out. Like, shout out to the person who ever created the first chillin'. Like shout out to you. Like, shout out to like the homie that made a million things to do with the peanut. Shout out to you, Madam CJ Walker. Press these bitches' hairs. So, you know, like, shout out to you. Like, shout out to the lace front shorty. Like, shout out to all these motherfuckers. Like, let's start telling the Black success stories. Let's stop telling our Black turmoil and shit like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
Let that
let's praise the good shit.
Let's praise the good shit, because you know what? All turmoil is doing is building a generation that asking for fucking reparation. And you niggas ain't trying to give it to us. So let's go ahead and praise the good shit, because we can encourage the motherfucker to be gooder than that. Right. And I know gooder ain't a word, but niggas made it a word. Fuck it. Niggas hip hop.
Yo, make that a word.
Niggas hip hop. The fuck these niggas talking about? But at the end of the day, T.I. said it best. He said, we can't even ask for reparations because we don't have a nationality. We don't have our own flag. We don't have nothing. You know what our flag is? Rum DMC. You know what our nationality is? Hip hop. Bitch, give us our motherfucking reparation, because that's who we are.
Facts.
That's who we are.
Facts.
Rapper Delights. All that shit. That's who we are. LL Cool J is hard as hell, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I bring that forward to say, I was talking about Black History Month, right? Did I ask you your favorite Black History moment?
I mean, I would honestly say it's Obama becoming president, only because that's attached to my grandparents, and my grandparents, they wanted to see that happen. They just wasn't alive to see it go down. So it would definitely be that for sure.
That's hard. That's hard. That's hard. I gotta give you props for that one. Um, a lot. One of my favorite Black History moments is Nipsey Hussle. Um,
Mm,
uh, the impact that the nigga had, like the impact
right,
effectuated not only Bloods but Crips. I mean, it goes generational.
right,
So when they go through and they say like, "What's your nationality?" You gonna say hip hop because you know who changed the culture? Hip hop. That's just it. Like rap delight, like MC Light. Like white bitches didn't want Power Man to MC Light, so get the fuck out of here.
fact, facts.
like, but them my favorite hip hop moments. Another question I had to ask you was, you are a producer, a, a,
Yes,
a,
sir.
a musician, and you're a father,
Damn
right?
right. I'm playing no games.
How hard was it to balance both aspects?
It was difficult only in this sense that um me my energy comes from my beliefs and the beliefs of others upon me. And in the beginning when I had kids, like, I was down, I was hurt, I was fucking hurt. I didn't have it, you know what I'm saying? So I was really trying to figure out like how I can balance the two. And I went through it. I made some mistakes that I'm not proud of at all, but I can honestly say that in the midst of all of those things happening, I realized that staying focused on the things that you're true to is what helps you get through. You know what I mean? Now it's like, my kids, they watch me so much, they know the type of things that I'm on, and we have a great relationship because they understand that, daddy goes to work, and I actually take care of them from the thing that I wanted to do since I was 6 years old.
Yeah.
Like, it's a different level. Like, it's a totally different level. And I'm still working through it. I'm not perfect. There's still things that I have to teach my kids and help them along the way. But it's a beautiful feeling. Like to literally, I take them to school every morning. I pick them up from school every morning. They're with me. And we really go in. We do what we got to do to get things right. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, it's just like, you know, you can balance your career and your family. It's just whether you're willing to put in the effort to get that done. And I was always willing to put in the effort. It's just sometimes shit get times get harder than others. You know what I mean? So,
I think
but
I
I
think
would I
like
wouldn't have it no other way. I wouldn't have it no other way.
like you know what? And I agree with you because I wouldn't have no other way either. But it's hard for me personally. It's hard for me to balance my career and family. Um,
Mhm.
it was extremely hard. I mean, and I'm talking about with two kids, not three.
Right, right,
it
for
was
real.
it was extremely hard to balance two kids, and the sacrifices that I made in certain circumstances is probably was detrimental to the stuff that I wanted to do in life.
Right.
And besides that, my morals, like my family is
Yeah,
morals. You feel me?
yeah, yeah,
My being a father, a husband, and stuff is morals. But my career is there. like you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like
It's
you
there when you need it.
sometimes you gotta choose. Sometimes you don't. Like,
Right. If you see me typing,
oh, you good?
I'm sending out invoices right now. I'm giving some money, B. I'm sending out invoices, B. That's
What
all
the?
I'm saying.
Hey, hold on. People on my platform is niggas. What the fuck is an invoice? Like, what the fuck is an
Hey
invoice?
man, I'm sending out piece of paper that says how much they gotta pay for my services.
Is
Let's
that a
get this
receipt?
money, man.
Is that a
If you
receipt?
see me typing, I mean I'm sending out invoices, receipts. I'm doing that.
Bang.
He had too many shots. You want a shot? Hey, yo,
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, is that like a receipt, nigga? Like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
look, hey, probably motherfucking Rod though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I'm drunk as a motherfucker. I've been drinking like a motherfucker
I am too.
for a while. And
Keep going.
like I said, when it comes down to it, you a father first. You're producing second.
Facts.
No. Fuck a producer. You're a father first. You're a business owner and partner second. You feel me? You're a
Facts.
producer third. So when it comes down to being a creative, right? How do you
Mm-hmm.
know to say yes and how do you know to say no to? Especially
Dude,
because
I'm
you
still working on that.
especially because you were father first and you a business owner and creator second. So how do you balance between being a creative and being a owner? Like,
Um, well, it's kind of hard for me because the creative side of me always believes that I can get something done, like I can accomplish whatever it is the task is, and that becomes a problem when it's like you know that there's a job or there's a task that you shouldn't take on,
mhm.
but you do it anyway because your competitive nature just wills you to do that. But as a businessman, you start to realize, like, okay, I have to really,
Is that equivalent to a bitch that you shouldn't fuck, but you
yep,
fuck because
100%,
the
hundred
pussy
percent,
you heard the pussy was fire?
100%. That's 100%. Hey, because you got to think about like there's certain things that you just shouldn't do. That's for sure. But then, you know, everybody has this competitive nature. A part of us that feels like, okay, we can still do it and be okay, or we can still do it and nothing, no repercussions are happening. And when you're a businessman, you gotta watch out for those type of things. Because if it's something that you don't feel like that can be lucrative across the board, then you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it. You know what I mean? So I battle with that a lot because some days I'm a creative and some days I'm just a guy who feel like he on top of the world so he can make anything happen. And I think that's where the problems come in. That's where a lot of the problems come in.
So I mean, yeah, we're getting a little bit deeper right now.
Get ready.
As an artist producer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most are in studio owner, right? So
Facts.
most studio owners or whatever they book talent to come record in a space, and a talent that come record in a space, you literally only paying for the nigga to push a button to say record and stop, right or wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, everybody got their different methods. Like, if you book an engineer at some studios, it's like it don't matter what happened, it don't matter how much you pay him, he finna voice his opinion. But for me, I like to compartmentalize those different tasks. Me curating your music and me actually pushing buttons is two different things.
But
Being an engineer and then me curating the music is two different things.
so like if a nigga pull up to your studio and a nigga sound like some bullshit, right?
No. For me, it's like I try to understand what you want. Like that might just be what you want. And if that's what you want, then I gotta process it for what that is
If a
and see if I can
motherfucker
get
is
the
trying to
best
sound
quality for
like
that.
ooh and say he sound like Music Soul Child, like
I'm gonna
bro.
make it.
You
But that's
can't.
not music soul child. But if he's trying to sound like Future, then I could figure out how to make that work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
For sure, right? You can't fix every
right.
sound, bro. Hey, you can't
that,
fix every
that,
sound, bro.
that's the only problem with being an engineer is that you always feel like you can.
But you,
That's the like
but you
no
not,
no no nobody, huh?
you not just an engineer. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Like,
but if that's the hat I'm wearing at the time, then that's the hat that I'm wearing. Like, the
so,
bad part about it is if somebody says like, I want you to make me sound hot, that's the job. It don't matter
but
what they say on it. My job is to make
that
them
job
sound
got,
the best of it.
that job got to have a bag on it, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you because the
Oh, it's
motherfuckers
definitely gonna have a bag. It's definitely gonna have a bag. That's
gotta
a hundred
have.
percent.
So,
They're
all
gonna pay
right,
me for sure.
all right. How about this though? Right? How about this? Somebody come to you, right?
Mm,
And they want to create music and it's terrible. How
right.
do you address it?
Um. Well, keep in mind, like it gotta be my place to even say anything. I don't care
Oh no,
how
no,
terrible you.
niggas hiring you as a executive producer.
I'm gonna let it be known off top. If you hire me as executive producer, you give me the bag. I'm gonna let you know off top. But along with me letting you know, it's my job to get you to the point where you can compete in the industry. So that's I got my work cut out for me. But
So,
it's gonna work out.
so the question is industry standards and real life standards, like how do that mesh? Because
Mm,
we starting to look like Young Dolph. Like, let's be real. Young
right,
Dolph, he passed away, but before Young Dolph passed away, he had some hit records that I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not driving to on Saturday, right?
right,
We have Keith Chief, who's still popping and reveling to this day.
right.
I'm not listening to your records, Soldier Boy. I'm not listening to your records at all. So,
Remember is the one thing you got to remember is your objective is to not make them a hit. It's to get them the best records that can turn into a hit. It's two totally different things.
so if they
So
ask
you
you to
can't
produce a
promise.
record,
Yeah, yeah. Like I'll produce a record, but my objective is to get them the best quality sound that what they can do. A lot of producers, they mess up because they be like, okay, this is an artist that I'm working with. I want to get them a hit. Then they get them a record that's a hit record, but it's not necessarily the hit record that's for that artist. So they just fall on deaf ears. So you got to find out like what's their style, what's their best possible record for what they do, because that's when it connects the right way. You know what I mean? But it's some people they just try to get them the best beat or the best hooks or whatever, and it don't work because the artist still doesn't know how to perform properly on that record to even make it a hit. You know what I mean? So those are the things you just got to look out for.
do you think that artists need auto tunes?
I mean, auto tune is a creative pleasure. It's not the sound that you need in order to compete. It's just a creative pleasure. That's all it is. So I never hold auto tune and like different effects like that to the highest standard of whether it destroys or uplifts the game. It's like, dude, it's a method. It's a method. It's okay.
Okay. So, do you feel like the music industry have discrimination against blacks?
I mean, I think that's just the ongoing thing with all industries. We gotta step up and hold these people accountable. I mean, you see what happened in NFL. Then Brian Flores like, yo, I'm taking care. I'm hitting all you niggas with lawsuits. I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
Oh, you bitches! I'm putting that nigga. The nigga that he just hit the motherfuckers with that goddamn training day. Training. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Do you feel that black
Fact.
engineers don't get paid more than white engineers?
It's hard to say for me. I don't. Um,
I'm gonna be
I
honest
don't.
with you. I think that black producers getting paid more than white producers.
I believe in that. Um, in hip hop,
Huh?
can we go to other genres? Oh boy,
Okay. Oh,
in
hey,
hip hop, yeah.
I forgot. I be slipping because we're in the hip hop genre.
Mm-hmm.
Caucasian genre can't produce better than the hip hop genre. It can't happen. But I do still feel that the hip hop genre is getting paid less than the Caucasian genre. Because you know what? I'm hip hop American.
Yeah, that'd be true. That'd be true.
You there?
Right. Take a little shot. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Hey, so the question is, if I run for city
Mm-hmm.
council, are you voting for me?
I'll vote for you if you. I don't care what you do. I'm voting for you off top. You probably gonna fuck it up, but I'm
I'm probably gonna what?
still gonna vote for you.
You said
It
what?
up, but I'm still gonna vote for you because you know what's worse. The worst thing that you ever do is not vote for your boy and he end up getting picked anyway.
Hey, I don't
That's the
want.
worst
Hey,
feeling
look, I
in the
don't want
world.
you to not vote for me because I'm your
You
boy.
don't
I
vote
want
for your
I want you to vote for me because I'm a real nigga and I fuck with real Mexicans for sure.
nah,
Dead home.
nah. Nah, we go. I'm gonna vote because you my nigga, and then secondly, I'm gonna hold you accountable. But I'm gonna vote for you because you my nigga. That's for sure. I'm
So,
doing that off top.
so the question is, do you think that I'm gonna do some fuck shit when I get in office? Because I'm getting in office.
You gonna be wilding for sure. I'm with that because I'm with all that bullshit. I'm with that.
Hold on,
I'm not saying
wilding
you're
and
gonna do
fuck
all
shit is two
bullshit, but you're
different
gonna do a little
things.
bit.
Wilding and fuck shit is two different things.
You look, you have a Zoom all the mayors.
Hold
I
on,
already
this
know.
shit just did some fuck shit. Hold on, say it again because you just the fucking internet tripping.
I Zoom meeting with all the mayors of the city. I don't know that for a fact.
And there's gonna be some strippers in there too. There's gonna be
That's
strippers.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But you also gonna lower the price of food stamps to let people get more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like you hand in hand, hand in hand.
that ass. No, like motherfuckers fail to realize when I run for city council, I'm running for the hood. I'm not running. First of all white people want to be from the hood anyway. You feel me? They just don't want to have the dodge bullets. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
We don't. Niggas don't want to dodge bullets. I could just tell a white
Facts.
person like, "Hey, look, I love your white ass, but nobody wants to dodge bullets. But black people have to, and we're
Right.
willing to. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So yeah,
That's
run
a
us a
fact.
couple more food stamps, and we'll be all right. Fuck you want? You want to get past a fucking demolition clause? Let's tear some shit down. Rebuild this bitch. But I'm gonna tell you something. You better rebuild this shit with the east side part of it. I ain't gonna lie to you. West side, east side. If it's hip hop, you better rebuild it with hip hop. I'm running on hip hop, bro.
Well, man.
Look, hey, Polly Rob, I'm so happy you
My
joined
guy.
tonight. Like, we're gonna talk again some more. Um, one
You
thing,
already know.
one thing.
I'm be on this show often.
Yeah, he's a regular. Like you and the regular on the video, and I got we got regulars on the audio. One thing for sure, one thing for often. Like let's one. Damo's running for the next city council of LA. Look, reach out, grab a fan, tell him I'm low key sexy and a handsome person, but I am very accessible. The fuck you talking about? I'm very accessible.
Right. Right.
But on some real shit, um, only people that tell the truth is angry people, babies, and drunk folks. And don't listen
Facts.
to a drunk. I drink every day.
We
Look,
already drink.
already drinking. Look, I hope y'all have a good night. I hope y'all enjoy yourself. This is what it is. Uh, and look, I don't really know how to do this shit, but I'm starting it right now. Fuck you niggas, and we turn it up. For sure, for sure. Ah, gang, gang. Per ignorance coming soon. Rob, when we doing per ignorance?
We're coming soon, man. Don't trip. And we finna go up.
Look, per ignorance coming soon. And look, if Rob, do me a favor before I go, because I know I just did all that shit and I pump faked.
Mm-hmm.
The BTSN network.
Oh, you already know that's coming soon. BTSN Pass coming soon to Amazon Fire Stick, Roku, website, iOS. Shit is finna get crazy. Behind the scenes network. Check it out soon.
Behind the scenes network coming up soon. Local astronauts.
Yeah, local astronauts. Shout out to all my team. Shout out to Badru. Shout out to all my songwriters, all my producers, all my curators. You know what I'm saying? We doing big things, man. We got a lot of things going. We're gonna drop a lot of music. We're gonna do a lot of shit. I appreciate y'all. Follow me at Local Astronauts on everything. And website localastronauts.space. Holla.
One more thing. Studios. And motherfuckers need studio time with engineer out of engineer.
Just hit me. Just hit me at Local Astronauts. You'll figure out all the rates. We get everything together, man. We're gonna work. Let's get to it.
Sliding on me DMs. Hey. And if you need merch, bro got the merch.
You know it. Workload, Local Astronauts, Nerd Thuggin. We got stuff to do, man. Go to workload.shop. Get all your merch, man. Stop playing with me.
And look, I'm sorry, I was on Black Youngster tip or on my Daniel tip, one of the two. Look, this is the I'm Already Drinking podcast, and we're sponsored by the red cups that we make, because we ain't buying this shit them niggas about to do. We make that shit popping. We make everything popping. Look, I need y'all to do me one favor. One favor and one favor only. This is coming out in Black History Month. I need you guys especially LA people, I need you to go hit up Taco Bell. I need you to hit up All Flavor No Grease. I need you to hit up Pork. I need you to hit up the District, Paradise LA, um, Blue Kitchen. God damn, I'm missing names. My niggas in Carson, Trap Kitchen. I need you to hit up everybody. Hit up Polly Rob. I need you to shop Black. Not Black. Fuck that. I need you to shop hip hop and hip hop everything. Hip hop everything from now on. Stop saying African American when they actually put your name on it. Say African American. The only people that tell the truth is drunks, babies, and angry people. And I'm not drunk. And I ain't no baby, but I'm sorry. I was tripped out. I am drunk. I ain't no baby. I ain't angry. So look, tune in every motherfucking week. We going up. Gang, gang.
Good.
Bing bong.
He had too many shots. You want to shoot?
Yeah.
Look, west side is the best side. Yeah, east side is
I'm always
just
the
the
one
music
gang
buzz.
though.
Yeah, A1 on point. Like,
All I do is drink.
fix that shit.
I still do what I'm supposed to.
Still lost, man.
I'm supposed to.